Hi. What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. This is Monday. We stock the shelves and do a video every Monday. If you are new here, me and Felicia have owned this business for about 3 years now. It's a small grocery store. This channel is all about running your own business, whether it be, a cafe, restaurant, whatever it may be. This is what we do here. So if you like anything like that, please subscribe down below. And we're gonna be kind of getting into something a little bit on the sad side today, because we may have made a mistake this year. Let's just say that. Even though in 2020 we did a lot of improvements to the store, we added a lot more shelving, we added a lot more coolers, we added a lot more inventory, we updated certain things that needed to be updated, like our new signage. We did a lot of advertising. We spent a ton of money in 2020. But the one thing we didn't do, and it was our biggest mistake, and it kind of cost us quite a bit, is we didn't spend enough money on our business. We didn't do enough improvements. We didn't buy enough inventory. And when I say we didn't spend enough money, it's because now we owe a lot in taxes. And you'll see the title of this video is probably I owe $20,000 in taxes, or I owe $25,000 in taxes. I'll give you the exact number at the end of this video. But at the end of the day, if you show profit, you owe expenses, or you owe taxes. And if you show a lot of profit, you pay a lot more in taxes. So there's a game you need to balance out on how much you need to spend and how much you need to make every year, so you don't pay too much. And that's unfortunately where we failed. So there's a lot to go over in this subject, and I'm going to try to kind of make it concise for you guys relating to our business. Hopefully it can help you guys in your business adventure as well. I notice in these clips I'm screaming a lot. It's because we're using Felicia's phone. My actual camera is being charged. So I'm trying not to scream, but for some reason I think the coolers are so loud in the background that this camera can't hear me. So if you ever hear me kind of, the volume being too loud with me, just comment down below, shut the hell up. So in business, it works similar to, when you get salary every year. If you make $50,000 a year, you're in a certain tax bracket. If you make $90,000 a year, you're in a certain tax bracket, and you get, taxed based on how much you make. So in business, it's very similar. Unfortunately, there's kind of some perks, because you can keep improving your business year after year and not pay taxes, because eventually they're going to, assume that you make enough money and you can't improve your business anymore, that you'll eventually have to pay even more taxes. But for the time being, me and Felicia, to give you guys a personal example, we're taking a modest salary, improving our store, little by little. And this year in 2020, we didn't really spend enough money, so we owe a bunch of money in taxes. And it kind of begs the question, you may not agree with it or not, but this is just how business works, is how is this fair to people who are working every day? Well, there's a lot of deductions and expenses that comes with running your own business. So you have every right to write those business expenses off against your income. So things like these shelves, this cooler needed to be upgraded to a 2-door or 3-door to carry more product, which would have been a business expense, right? But see, us being kind of frugal in general, we only really spent on necessity. We only spent on what we needed to improve, when we should have been spending on what we wanted to improve. Because at the end of the day, either you improve your business or you end up paying in taxes. So you either get a few more employees, to expense them, or you pay that in taxes. Now, I'm not saying go crazy, start spending all your money left and right, and putting yourself in the hole just to avoid taxes. It's really not how things should work. I'm just saying in the first few years of your business, you don't need to expect to pull so much money out for yourself and expect not to pay taxes, because you're in the improvement stage. You're trying to grow as much as possible, and then eventually when you're stable, when your business can't be improved anymore, that's when you'll end up being hit with bigger tax bills. These stages, like Felicia and I are only in our 3rd year in business, you don't want to be hit with big tax bills when you can spend the money elsewhere improving the store even further than what it was.
Hey guys, so I am here making a special appearance today. Ray has become quite the camera hog these days, and that's okay because we have been super busy and it's given me time to pretty much stock the store while he makes the videos. One thing I wanted to add, and I thought it was pretty interesting, if you ever go into a bigger box store, grocery store, so in where we live we have Zehrs or Superstore, you will notice that a majority of them have updated all their freezers, all their coolers, and some people just think it's because they broke down, but in actuality, it is because they made too much money in 2020 because of the pandemic. Everybody knows that the grocery industry definitely flourished, and that is one thing they spent their money on.
So there are many ways to lower your tax bill as a business. Even if you're working under a corporation as a salaried employee, there's many ways to kind of figure out which way to best use your income so you don't end up getting hit with a huge tax bill. One thing we just did as kind of a newer business is we decided to incorporate our business, which basically speaking is a separation from me and the business. So the business is a separate entity and I'm on the side. So if this business goes under, I'm kind of more legally protected from my landlord, or if someone tries to sue us, it's a separate entity, so the business gets sued and I don't get sued for what I personally own. And in kind of a roundabout way, it's safer and better for me even during tax time, because I'm taxed at a lower expense if I'm incorporated rather than being a sole proprietor. And this is just another type of business. Usually when people start off as a small business, they're called a sole proprietor. We decided, we were actually profitable in this business, so it was time to incorporate. And that's what we did this year, which kind of brought our taxes down, quite a bit. Unfortunately, we didn't spend enough money, and we still got hit with a pretty bad bill that I was expecting, but it still hurts to pay all at once, because when you pay all your taxes all at once, obviously it hurts more than trying to pay it off month by month. And last but not least, and what kind of doesn't need much explanation, is a charitable donation will help you reduce your tax bill. Now, anytime you make a donation for charity through your business, you may get some public exposure, you may get some, recognition around the community. It helps your business many different ways, but the main thing that many people do for charitable donations is making sure that they get their tax write-off, because you end up being able to use that charitable donation against your income. So that's one way, that is another way to kind of reduce your taxes when you own a small business. Felicia and I have participated in numerous different donations and charities with our business. My intent is never just to use it as a tax write-off, but if we're making a charitable donation and that's part of being in business, then we'll take every advantage we can as well for ourselves, while helping as many people as we can. And everyone's happy, the world keeps turning as much as fairly possible. And that's one way we're going to be improving into 2021 and 2022, is making sure we fund the charities we actually like, and kind of benefiting on the side as well. It's kind of a win-win for everybody, because it incentivizes you to donate to charity because you can use it as a tax write-off. So just the preliminary ways of kind of lowering your tax bill, I'm trying to get you guys used to, because I think it's something I never learned. They don't teach it in high school. They don't really teach it in university or college, unless you go specifically to be, a tax expert or an accountant or something. And as a small business owner, there's really no education on that side of things. You just have to learn as you go. So I hope this channel provides you some information on ways to kind of minimize your mistakes and increase your strengths and your profit and your revenues as much as possible. I'm going to jump into actually how much we made in 2020, how much we profited, how much we took, and how much we owe, if you want to stick around for the end of this video, in my very modest office that I should have made improvements to lower my tax bill. So let's do that right now. So let me preface again that I am not saying to go spend all your money on whatever, and buying Felicia Gucci flip-flops because she needs them for her back during when she's standing at Until all day, or getting the latest MacBook just because you want to. I'm saying make improvements on your business that will make you more money in your business. That's the only way to really justify it. It needs to be real expense for your business that helps you make more money. That's the only way you can use expenses as a write-off against your income, right? Just to preface that before anyone kind of takes us the wrong way. So basically in 2020, grocery did very well in general around the boards because of, you know, everything going on in the world. I'm not sure if I can say the word without getting demonetized anymore, but I don't take the chance. So what I'm trying to get at is, you know, you heard Felicia say, you know, a lot of big stores updated all their freezers or coolers, or they added, you know, Starbucks or cafes, or they renovated in some way, shape, or form. They reinvested in their business so they didn't get hit with a huge tax bill at the end of the year, because they had record-breaking sales years and they don't want to be hit with taxes for no reason without trying to at least revamp and renovate their store first. So at the end of it all, with, you know, everything in, our 2020 year wasn't a bad year for us. There was some silver lining, you know, that we got to take from everything that happened in the world. There was a lot of support local movement. Small businesses were busier because people were avoiding the crowds of the big stores, the huge lineups, you know, for toilet paper at one point. So our total annual sales for 2020 were about 600,000. And after all my expenses and paying Felicia and I a modest salary, which ended up buying us a condo surprisingly, so I think we did okay. I want to get into the real estate side of things as well, and in a future video. But with all things considered, I owe about almost $20,000 in taxes, and it's kind of sad because you know, I was only spending on necessity, and I had a lot of other improvements in my mind that needed to be made in 2020. But you know, when you're so busy day to day, you don't, you know, think about the bigger picture sometimes, and the years go by. Unfortunately, hopefully I can do more improvements in 2021 and balance out this tax bill a little bit better for the following year. But yeah, hopefully you learn from this mistake that I made, and you go forward and do a little bit better than me, because that's the point of these videos, right? So you guys can see what I did well and see what I did wrong, and then avoid those mistakes yourself. Alright guys, well that's it for this one. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to start writing my long depressing check to the CRA. And I hopefully none of them are watching this, because they'll probably bump it up to 25 because they really don't like me apparently. Anyways guys, have fun, enjoy your day as well, and subscribe if you're still here. Clearly you like the video, right? Ciao. We do our videos every Monday. Felicia stocks the shelves and I do the videos. And please, I didn't even hang on. What? Alright, welcome back to our channel guys. This is another Monday. Okay, we need to stop.